welcome back from the hiatus. So, I went back through the Hellfire Cavern and I got me the Twisted Headband, which ups my strength stat by a whopping 15, so I can punch even harder, because, that was my, that was my weakness. I just wasn't doing enough damage.
Yeah, that's your problem, uh-huh.
I also got the Warhammer, which is technically a downgrade, but, well, whatever. But, first, now, I did not manage to get the things that I was trying to get for your character. However, we have a workaround. So, firstly, I want to give my character a cape. Oh, why did you...
Are you trying to do that clone trick?
Not... There we go. So, Zephyr Cape, that's the cape that usually shows up with a blue sprite, so I can use a blue cape to defend myself. If only my character could wear a blue cape! Where would I ever get a blue cape for my character?
Other than the fact that he's drawn with one by default.
No, just shut up. Now, that trick is using Memory Cursor. There we go. You have to press R and X, or L and X, at the exact same time, with the cursor lined up in the same spots. However, here's something interesting that I only learned recently. So, when I go to look at my list of weapons or whatnot, each one of these weapons in the game is tagged with an ID, and the game goes into a lookup table and says, okay, I'm allowed to load in these weapons from the lookup table. And whatnot. However, weapons and armor share lookup table numbers, just in different tables. So what happens if I have the cursor here on helmet, and the cursor here on weapon when I do that? All of a sudden, notice how it wants me to equip a hero shield or a light robe in the helmet slot. Because all armor share one lookup table, and they have the same numbers as the weapons lookup tables. So, for example, I can scroll down here and, oh look, I have a red cap all of a sudden.
I wear a red hat! What was I wearing before, Britain?
What is up with this?
That red cap came from this Warhammer. And that Warhammer was not used up because the game thinks that I just had a red cap.
It's like some Pokemon Gen 1 shenanigans.
And if I do it in the reverse, I can turn armor into weapons.
Which means equipping Mark with swords and weapons he shouldn't necessarily be able to equip.
Exactly.
Ooh.
He already has the Excalibur, so I don't really think you're gonna find something that much better, although the Ragnarok has a lot of freaking attack.
But I mean, we already have a Ragnarok legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So. But also, I can turn...
So you just surplus into what now?
We want Red Jacket. It has slightly worse it has one worse defense, but it gives you more evasion. It increases your attack stat. It gives you slightly less intelligence. It also gives you 50% fire resistance.
Huh. Well, it certainly fits my character's sprite. Red Jacket? Really? How long was that not an option already?
Both of these... Now, to get these legit, I have to go through Whisperwind Cove, that 40 floor dungeon, and for the red cap, I have that... Remember that floor with the undead people inside the castle that were like, release me from my pain or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I have to get that specific floor type on floor 21 for the red cap and floor 32 for the red jacket. I can only roll that floor type once per go-through.
But you need it in 2 different places to get those particular items.
Yes, and that means that I have to fight at least 2 to 3 bosses per try. It was getting to the point where I was just like, fuck this.
Got a game genie, this shit.
I have found a thing on Game FAQs. I'll post a link to it in the description that gives you the exact lookup tables for every item conversion.
Okay.
And yeah, I know it's a downgrade, but let's go with Warhammer just to be a little bit more authentic here.
Because white mage stereotypes, yay.
Hammers. I do wish they had made a better hammer weapon. The Warhammer has also gotten in the Hellfire Cavern, where I got my twisted headband.
But you said you got that one. Both of those items legit, at least.
Yes, and I found them both in the... You can find them both in the same run. And even if I didn't, the Hellfire Cavern is only 10 floors to search through.
Which is definitely quicker.
And the bosses are easier to fight, too, so... You know, it's not...
Certainly a plus.
Yeah.
It's not as much of a pain to get those legit.
There's nothing like a night of sleep while wearing a full suit of armor. Am I right, guys?
Speak for yourself.
Fuck you, Dad. Take this corset down.
Anyways, end of the main game.
Chaos Shrine.
A mysterious person.
That has absolutely nothing to do with the dungeon that I'm doing. He's actually showing how to get to the last secret super dungeon. In order to get that, you need to interact with him back at the town, which I did in an earlier episode by accident. Well, anyways, ignoring him...
You look, bats.
Okay. Let's do this, folks. Red Crystal!
Green crystal... Blue crystal... You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals, fire, earth, water, and wind, on the black crystal.
Heart!
The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Just one step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time!
They were trying to say the present. Crap! Not the history!
But in order to break the time loop that we've been in...
We have to break the original point in time.
Chaos Shrine. Can you use this to exit? I don't think that was in the NES game. I think in the NES game, once you entered the Chaos Shrine, you were just...
Stuck here.
Unless you used an exit spell.
Or maybe an escape rope?
There was no escape rope.
Ah.
There was no escape items. In fact, I don't think Final Fantasy has ever had escape items.
Let's see if you can take on my 4 white dragons, Yugi!
Oh, by the way, if you use that one glitch I showed at the beginning of this episode to equip anything other than a shield item in a shield slot, the game will crash if you try to block with a shield. Because the graphics engine has no idea what to do.
Like, okay, time to block. That's a sword. What the fuck? Crash.
I don't think you can equip swords because that's
It's not an armor item. It has to be in the armor table. But yeah, you try and block with a cape or a chainmail in your cape or shield slot. You're just gonna go like,
we don't have sprite data for this.
I don't know what this is.
I have no
Makes me
idea
think
what
of when
this
I'm playing
is.
through levels in Sonic Adventure 2 with characters you're not supposed to be in those levels with, and I touch like a rocket that usually shoots you up.
We don't have animation data for. Oh, that reminds me. This Aqua mod that I've seen somebody like beta testing for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix using the PS2 version, which is what was modded, so you have to play it via emulator. They took out all of the skateboards because Aqua's model, which is ripped straight from Birth by Sleep, is not compatible with the skateboards. Instead, they put the whirlwinds from one of the boss fights that you do in the Land of Dragons in place of the.
So wait, they couldn't make it work with the whole like jet booster kart thing from the kart races? Just use that animation and throw it in there.
for
her freaking Star Rider platform thing.
It just didn't work. It would like crash whenever she would try to get on the skateboard.
Huh.
So they just were like, okay, well, fuck you then. Wind.
Kaiba, your white dragons are like great dragons at best.
Thanks, you. I appreciate your critique.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Weevil?
Raise intelligence. That kind of stuff.
Itchy.
Casting Vizra. And Rune Staff. Take that! Ha-ha! Oh no, not Ice Storm.
Ha! Ice. I cure us for HP!
A little bit.
Joing!
Oh, that's much better. Why am I helping? I'm not doing shit compared to that.
Isn't that what you could say for a lot of Red Mage's stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, like, compared to that, I'm not... You're a jack of all trades!
Yeah, I do everything a little bit.
I love that. I do everything a little bit.
I do everything a little bit.
Hey, sometimes a jack of all trades but master of none... Yes, jack of all trades, master of none is sometimes better than a master of one.
Not usually, but it's definitely better than no one in that position. In the case of black magic, because we don't have anyone doing that.
Well, that's kind of actually what the saying is supposed to... Sometimes it's better to be well-rounded than to be hyper-specialized in one field.
Yeah, when that one thing you do is not needed here. Why are you here? Like, a black mage against a boss that can't be magicked against.
Just why?
Why are you here? What do you want? You're not helping.
Lots of healing.
Lots of punching.
Look at all the punch. That's some amazing punch right there.
I've got the best punch in the world!
The Hawaiian punch!
not a lot left of that, so if you want a couple of them, go for it.
Yum.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, there really isn't that much left.
I've been kind of nibbling at them over the past week and a half.
Nibble.
These work pretty good as chip clips.
Stone golem, clay golem.
They came with some new cables or not.
I'm trying to think what that pose makes me think of. I don't know.
I'm winding up for a punch, but I haven't fully clenched my fist yet.
You're already on your knees. It's an on your knees punch.
Well,
I think he's halfway between falling to his knees and going, "Oh!" in the sky.
Such a drama queen.
Clayman yells at Sky.
Well, you hacked that one to pieces.
Congratulations, Nanio!
Well, Tayo, what do you say? You won that entire last battle on your own. You gonna give us a chance?
That was easy.
I'm next! Ow! Ah!
It's like, I let him hit me so I can stab him!
There we go. We each killed one in one shot. Good job, everybody.
I have retaliated him hard. Ah, great. Now there's 4.
There, now there's one for each of us. Nere, do it!
She's actually been one-shotting these with her hammer.
So we can each one-shot one of these.
Ice Storm. Ow. I did 100 damage, damn it. Ah, there's more! Yeah, it did less.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'll hack and slash
Yeah,
this one.
okay, and...
Well, of course
you're gonna destroy it! There we go, we each killed one dragon. Good job, team.
I consecutive normal punches and just leaves a crater.
I got this one, guys! That battle's on me!
I mean, you've gone through like all these super long extra dungeons. Is anything gonna stand a chance against us?
The short answer is no. The long answer is hell no.
That's the thing about extra
Longer by one
dungeons
word.
is like it kind of makes the end of the game really, 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 really way too easy.
Yeah. They say extra, they mean like, you should be playing these after the story.
But we never do! Yeah, we always like to clear the extra bosses before the final boss.
Hey, at least Xenoblade Definitive Edition let me level myself back down after the fact.
Yeah, that's true. I wish more games had that feature.
But I still had, like, you know...
Way better tier.
Well, not even that, just... I had upgraded my arts at that point, I had gained new skills, which are the passive abilities of that game. I had gained more affinity coins, which I can use for skill links. Which is basically like, Shulk learns this skill, and no one else. But Shulk can share the skill with Ryan.
They'll face the wrath of my 2 green dragons! Yugi!
My dragons!
My dragons! You will bow down to my dragons, Yugi!
I'm sorry, Kaiba, but that ain't happening.
Vampire Lord!
And one green...
And Dragon Zombie.
Zombie.
Oh no, it's a Deadeye Green Dragon.
Deadeye Green Dragon! I love that. Hey, you! Check out my newest card!
What have you done, Joey?
No, not the... Oh, wait, that's right, she has a ribbon. She's immune to the gaze.
I'm not immune to the gaze anymore. You gave me a hat.
Yeah!
Well, it's not my fault that in other Final Fantasies a ribbon is a different slot.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I mean, I guess I could have given you a hero shield that you technically can't equip, but gives you immunity to all status ailments.
Man, I was just thinking, look at these vampires reminds me of the end of one Rick and Morty. It's like Coach Ferratu has been destroyed. No matter. In the end, wait a second. Did you say his name was Coach Ferratu? Is he doing a bit? What is this? What vampire names himself after a famous movie vampire? What an idiot!
Ah! You can't fry us anymore! Can we still slash you to pieces? Well, yes, but I don't see why that would be a thing.
Healing? How?
Just getting in free heals while we can. Just using less resources.
Ow.
That's a lot of healing.
Yay, I have a third of my health, 2/3 of my health right now.
Go away, Count.
Oh no!
Why are you assuming that all Draculas are counts?
I mean, he was a Lord Vampire, Mark. Count is kind of, beneath him.
He's got a point.
He doesn't count numbers for shit.
No! I have the tax vampires do that for me!
Tax vampires.
Why do you think I hired them?
Here I am, almost fully healed. Look at me, I'm only missing 35 health.
Preemptive strike! Dark Wizard! Dark Fighter! Oh! That would explain why Dark Fighter is sometimes confused for Dark Wizard.
Yeah.
That
They're
is...
slightly different colors.
Yep.
Congratulations, Volce, you are fully healed.
Yay! My health is max!
You have more max health than I do, although well,
You barely have more than the white mage, honestly.
for the longest time, Nere was outdoing me in
Health. A lot of other stats, honestly.
Killed this fool. These fools.
Without the bonuses that you get.
What? You just leveled up and gained 8 more HP that you can't actually have.
What the hell?
Max HP, 999, but I went up by 8. What?
Got 20 more MP, so
That's nice.
intelligence increased.
That can be useful.
That makes your spells hit harder.
Yeah, they need that. Green Dragon.
Green Dragon, Green
How dare you
Dragon.
copy me? My job be Green Dragon. I am the one of teal.
Did you get a teal deal?
In 3 shades.
Like,
Now, for people who weren't paying attention, the teal deal is...
so, I have a question about the intelligence stat. Is it specifically magic intelligence? Or could it be anything? Like, could a math wizard you have powerful magic? Like, mostly he's just really good at math.
To be perfectly honest, in every version of the game up until the GBA version, the intelligence stat did nothing. It was supposed to influence how strong your spells were, but it was glitched.
Oh my gosh, I keep bringing back comparisons for the first gen Pokemon games, because those were glitchies.
Ooh, I got 32 HP, and my luck went up. Really? That's all you're gonna... Okay.
Health and luck. Well, I can use those. Yes. I mean, you did need more HP. You were...
That is a lot of Black Knights.
You're above 900 now. That's good. Ow.
And
That's a lot of limbs to
Their
cut
turns
off.
are ow. Gonna be ow long.
Oh
Ow.
gosh, that's way too many Black Knights.
It takes a long time for their turn to happen. Can I just burn them? Can I just fire?
Actually, I want you to bring the light.
Okay, well, let's try that out. Holy, holy Lord God, I smite thee.
Use your...
Bringer.
This lets you cast the holy spell with no MP attached. By the way, look at your max MP. Remove the 1 and it's nice.
It is nice.
They're all dead!
I have brought them the light of God.
I do like that. Lord, I smite.
That's great.
And then not that I'm smiting the Lord God, it's more like I smite thee in the name of Lord God, but you get the idea.
Goodbye.
There we go.
Well, I was trying to heal, but okay, that works.
Didn't change what I did. It happened. Okay.
Well, usually you don't go
Go
first.
Which happened again. Alright, well, there goes another group.
Well, I mean, if they die and give us experience and we don't lose anything out of it, then it's still a win.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have another chance to heal. Probably. There's
Probably.
plenty of encounters. It's just a matter of time before I'm not the first one to go.
That reminds me, I was playing Final Fantasy XII today, and I actually had something that sort of resembled fun.
What happened?
I found an enemy that I couldn't just auto-attack to death, because whenever it got low on health, it would just start, like, whenever it got low on health, it would just be like, attack, 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 you're dead.
Dang.
So, like, I kind of had to strategize. I was having, like, Fran using fire spells from a distance because they would do decent damage, and then I would use my mist abilities, which are, like, the limit breaks of that game, so that I could get some free damage in while it couldn't retaliate, and it took out half my team, but I won after several tries against it, because I would keep ramming my head against the wall with the just auto-attack everything to death, and because you can see enemies' health bars in that game, I was like, I know I got it down to, like, next to nothing, and now all of a sudden my attacks are barely doing anything, and it's just, like, just spamming attacks on me now.
I'm starting to see why my girlfriend really enjoyed this game. Because aside from a couple of enemies, it's probably pretty easy. But, you know, fun to watch.
Yeah, the animations can be fun to watch, but I just don't find the fight... I find, like, 90% of the battles, even the boss fights that I'm in, not super engaging. And that's my biggest issue. Like, when there's an enemy that I can't auto-attack to death, I can have fun, but those are so few and far between. I practically auto-attacked bosses to death, with the only strategy being heal when I get low in health.
It makes me wonder, like, how high would you have to turn the... If we made that game even more difficult...
But then again, a lot of the game mechanics don't seem to be, well, tailored for that, because you have resources to manage. Which is something that Xenoblade doesn't have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Xenoblade, there's no MP, everything just goes on a recharge timer that recharges while you're in that fight, but once you're finished the fight, all your stuff is just instantly recharged. And your health just goes back up to full slowly after you finish a fight.
So then you'd probably end up trying to not do battles as much.
Yeah.
Trying to increase the gap between.
You need more enemies like the one that I was fighting, where some strategy needs to play into it, but you can't go overboard. You need to find about the one thing though is that you do get MP back just from walking.
Okay.
So there are some enemies that are more weak to magic than they are physical attacks, but if you've been keeping up with your weapons and you have the right classes, even that begins to not matter much. Death Eye.
Holy, holy, holy Lord God, and I smite thee. There we go, that's a little bit better. Less blasphemous
Take
anyway.
that.
Yeah! Oh wow, okay, you spoke more. From a Death Eye, I was really surprised that didn't do the job.
Well, we're all back to full health now.
Yep. Oh no! Stop!
Ah!
If you say so, Mr. I. Woo! I'm gonna punch your lights out!
Somebody got the one.
I'm more than strong enough to punch your lights out! Dry ether obtained. Elixir obtained. One of the things about Final Fantasy XII, though, it takes so long to get anything, because, like, you have to buy all of your spells, which are very expensive. And that's on top of keeping up with your armor and whatnot. You really have to go out of your way to get the guild to even have options outside of auto-attack things to death.
Huh.
And if you make everyone like a certain strong class and have certain weapons, then auto-attacking everything to death does become a thing you can do. And if it's taking too long, there's a speed-up button. Though the speed-up button was added in later editions, but still.
Yeah, I'm still voting in best game in Rain's favorite games list being what's it called? Dragonborn thing. Skyrim.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know you could play the...
Yeah, neither did I. What?
What? Alright.
I didn't know that was the thing. Did I exchange my hands with the robot devils or something?
Nah, you just handed your armor to Nirei. She did it for you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Can Nirei play the lute? I can pretend to play the lute for about 20 seconds.
Pretend.
Before anybody realizes that I'm just kind of faking it.
I mean, you were previously equipped with a bard's tunic.
Yeah.
By the way, Volz, the mic is having a little bit of difficult time picking you up.
I can lean forward a little bit so I'm more behind it. I'm a little bit in its dead zone. Turn it a little bit. That'll help.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
I gained another level. Oh boy, my stamina increased.
I think in that last recording I was getting picked up well enough anyway, so it's probably fine. I'll just be quieter than y'all, so don't mess with that.
Quieter.
You're a quitter. I mean,
No, there's an E in there somewhere.
Okay.
Before the T.
Quiet, quit, and quite are all words that I, in my head, just like, which one's which? Even when I'm reading them, I'm like, I get them mixed up.
I can definitely see the difference between quitter and quieter. They are spelled about the same. I think there's a difference now in the number of T's. I'm not quite
Aha!
sure.
I blocked with my blue cape.
Uh-huh.
That I totally have legit. A wink.
Yeah.
Is that even an item in this game?
Yes. Zephyr cape.
Alright, I know it's an item in this game. Can you equip it?
I'm not supposed to. But I always thought that was bullshit, so I was like, fuck you, game.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's practically the only thing you're wearing right now! Aside from a band of, what do they call those? Man bras. You got a man bra? and a Speedo, some shoe things, and a blue cape!
Actually, I think my sprite is somewhat based on Gohan from the Cell Saga.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And I mean, let's not forget, Akira Toriyama himself does the artwork for the Dragon Quest series.
I'm just thinking, the goat is silenced Arisen!
Oh, that. They can actually be pretty fun to fight as mages. Especially when you use the ice spell that causes a pillar of ice to erupt underneath them.
Huh.
I haven't played much of that game. I don't know if I will. So far, not impressed, but I haven't really gotten that far into it. Then I've also, like, completely given up on, like, Elden Ring. That game is bullshit to the extreme, and I'm not probably gonna ever play it again. Even with mods, it wasn't easier. It was just annoying. Still way too annoying.
You're just bad at the game.
I mean, probably, but when I watch other people play it, and I watch what they're doing wrong, I'm like, no, I wouldn't make that mistake. But I'm still making mistakes, because the margin of error is 2 frames at most? Ever? Like, what? Are you expecting to ever get that right?
Black Fly.
Some people are doing it. I don't know what's going on here. Or why.
Yes, the Black Flan. They have insanely high physical defense, even though we're still cutting them down.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some more light. Have fun. Dark. Jelly things. Bye-bye.
Bye, dark jelly things.
To be honest, though, tinted jelly should have the most resistance to light out of, like, any kind of gel. I don't know, I guess purely clear ones would have more resistance. Because more of the light would be absorbed by a darker gel. Yeah, that makes sense.
I did rune staff because I didn't know if we were going to get hit during that, but, you know.
That's fine.
What would you call this type of turn-based? Would you call this traditional turn-based, or would you call this round bait, where you make all the selections first and then watch as the characters do whatever?
Yeah, that's kind of phasic, isn't it? It's not you take your turn, you make your move. It's your team takes a turn, and your moves are all done before the other team gets their turn. So,
well, I mean,
it's kind of turn-based. If there are only 2 players, then your number of moves is based on the number of units on your side of the field.
I mean, our whole team doesn't get to move before their whole team moves. It's just like, oh, that character has this speed stat, so they go, and then that character has, and so somebody on their side can go before one of our guys goes.
Yeah, see, there the dragon got hit in. And then rune staff.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I like to think of it as rounds. Like, that was round 1, and then we're making our selection for round 2, and then this is round 2 playing out. That's how I like to think of
So
it.
it's kind of a round-based turn combat.
Yeah, at least that's how I think of it anyways.
That makes sense.
And then, of course, you have the ATB system that started in Final Fantasy IV. The 4 originally didn't have bars to show the ATB progress, which is kind of dumb if you ask me. That didn't come in until 6. And it's mostly only Final Fantasy games that use the ATB system. The only other games I know of that use that, for the most part, are Chrono Trigger, which is also Square Enix, Xenogears, which is also Square Enix. Xenogears is interesting, because when it is someone's turn, the character has AP action points to spend, and you have different attacks mapped to different face buttons, and then...
Does Neptunia use that system?
Yes. Yes, if you've played Neptunia, then you've seen Xenogears' combat system in terms of the way you move.
Okay, that makes sense. It was feeling like that was something I've experienced there.
Yes,
I haven't finished the first Neptunia game and haven't started any others because I'd like to play them in order. But I have played the first one.
Starting with the second game, Neptunia also took the being able to move around the arena type thing that was in Quest 64 and adopted it.
Huh. That sounds fun. I like that game.
I mean, most people don't, but I think that was one of its better features, is the being able to move around the battlefield.
It's like, this should be in more RPGs, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The problem is it was in one very unpopular RPG, and when that happens, people associate all things with that RPG as bad when that's not true.
Yeah, that one feature was good.
That's like complaining about the battle system in why do I keep thinking Chain of Memories? It wasn't Chain of Memories. It was the one that I don't like too much. Oh, Coded. It's another sequel. But yeah, Coded is like, battle system was actually really good. Unfortunately, that game had so many other things pulling it down.
Yeah. Coded, mechanics-wise, is actually an improvement over other Kingdom Hearts games that use the command deck system. But then the bosses would go into these freaking, like, weird, completely different gameplay styles, and...
It's like, have you learned the combat system? Yeah, I know it pretty well. Okay, let's throw this right out!
Here's a side-scrolling platforming section.
What the fuck?
Here's a turn-based...
Everything that you've learned up until this point, you're not going to use it, get rid of it! Do this instead.
That was Recoded's biggest problem.
It recoded things.
That platforming was rubbish.
Of course the platforming was bullshit, Mark. It's platforming in a Square Enix game.
But even... Yeah, it was... Ugh.
It was platforming in a Square Enix game. Oh, that reminds me, Xenogears is platforming.
Yeah. But yes, it's like, if you thought, oh, well, platforming is Square Enix game, yeah. Now a 3D platformer where you get to use the D-pad on little squares.
La-da-di-da-da-da-da-di-da.
I'm confused. This is a good gaming company, right? Sure, they just don't know every genre.
There's a reason why they hit their stride with RPGs.
Earth Medusa, not to be confused with Mars or Jupiter Medusa? I don't...
So, question, do these Medusa just have the one tit, or is it just the angle they're standing? What's going on?
I think it's just the angle. The other tit is behind the tit.
It's a very awkward angle.
You can kind of see the cleavage.
As Peter Griffin would say, check out this side boob. How about this side boob? What about this side boob? That doing anything for you? Well, it shouldn't, because that's my side boob.
It shouldn't.
Side boob hour.
He's trying to turn you off at the side boobs again.
I think it's more of a
It's a trap, yeah.
It looks like, yeah.
Stone Golem 2027.
It looks like he's about, something traumatic has happened to him, and he's about to look up into the sky and scream, "No!"
Okay, can't go that way.
There's grass out there.
2,000-year-old grass.
Earth Elemental. Oh, sure, we already fought Earth Medusa.
Goodbye.
It's Mark. It's not Earth as in the planet. It's Earth as in the substance Earth, like the ground that their planet is named after.
Yeah, the element. It's the element of it.
You know, the ground that only makes up about 15% of our planet. I mean,
Wait a second, shouldn't we be named,
oh,
like, water or something then?
or was it 25% of our planet? Something like that. Isn't it like
Our,
7?
our planet, honestly, if you thought about it consciously, after figuring out how much of the planet is what, the world should be just called Aqua.
Yeah.
Let's just live on Aqua. We live on the part of Aqua that isn't Aqua, but, you know,
I
Aqua.
mean, we know why Groudon gets pissed off. Pissed off all the time. Pissed off. Pissed off all the time. He's fighting a losing battle here. I mean, for more than one reason.
Let's be honest. If the world was being judged by IGN, it would be 7 out of 10 too much water.
It's like, alright, Kyogre, I hope you're ready, because I'm in my primal state now! Oh, so you have a double weakness to me now. Oh, shit!
It's like it's weaker.
Poor Groudon, man.
That's survival.
Most of the planet is not made of his favorite element. And he's weakness against his major foe.
Hey, but if Primal Kyogre comes out no, wait.
Oh, that's right, his ability is kick-ass!
But, like, the Primal versions basically make it so that it stays that weather the entire time, and it can't be cancelled by anything.
So...
Whoever comes out first gets to keep whatever they put out, right?
Yeah, I think that's how that works.
It's like, Kyogre comes out, and he's like, huh, that's weird. Groudon said we would be meeting here today. Well, I guess I'll make it rain. Hey, sucker!
Let the sun shine
Let the sun shine, you cheating son of a...
Eat my solar beam!
One good attack against his rival. It's not even his type.
Yeah, he does not get stabbed for that.
Meanwhile, Kyogre can learn Thunder, which becomes a never-miss attack in rain. Doesn't do him any good against...
Doesn't do anything against
It's his rival, but he's already got his super effective attack, so...
Yeah.
They have a very weird relationship, and Rayquaza's just up there. Yeah, tell me about it. Pain in my ass.
Rayquaza's like, hey kids, you behaving yourselves? He comes down, it's like, what have I told you about fighting? Break it up, break it up.
Every time with you guys.
Yes,
Neither of them has anything
Rayquaza.
super effective against Rayquaza today.
Kyogre has Ice Beam.
So yeah, Kyogre's set up. So there we go. Groudon has another disadvantage against his
Against their caretaker?
caretaker. I guess we can call him.
Oh, it's a leech!
Oh hey!
Yes, we have to refight these guys. Thought I...
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, what voice did we give this guy?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, somehow I figured.
Hi folks, how you doing? Why we gotta do this today?
Oh, hello there!
That's the damn hand gestures.
Hand gesture. He just got his...
Oh, hi!
Hey!
Oh, hi
Hey guys!
Do you like my purple robe? I think it's like the most stylish thing ever!
You can go faster now.
Also, I learned this move. I got a real flair for it.
Boom!
Okay, thanks.
We've had worse. Yes.
Let's see, let's speed Mark up this time.
Yeah! Oh, no. There we go.
With less hands. 32 hits.
Goodbye.
He died. Why'd you have to go and punch him 32 times in one go?
Because you hasted me.
But I haven't hasted Marky yet. Come on, give me a sec.
Gotta haste everyone for something.
Chaos Shrine B2!
Nope.
Door. Door? Door?
Door.
Yeah, door.
Fire lizard.
Oh, I know who we're going to be fighting on this floor.
Oh my god, it's a salamander.
It's a Flizzard! So, by the way, apparently salamanders were associated with fire for the longest time because they would often hide under like stacks of wood that people would use for lighting fires. And so they would then catch on fire and run out from under the wood.
Huh.
And thus people would associate them with fire.
So, they were flammable-ish, but managed to usually survive because they knew when to run.
And people were stupid and didn't know any better.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job on killing that Flizzard, Mark.
Yes. The ugly, ugly Flizzard.
Moonstaff. HP restored.
HP restored.
Shaving. Ow.
He only did 12 damage to you.
Is this why we ended up with the sexy-looking Salazzle? The whole salamander thing?
No, that's because of the being a salamander. There's nothing new but Salazzle being. That's why Salazzle has those typings, but that's because the legendary
that's what I meant.
salamander being a fire lizard.
I mean, that's what I meant. That's what...
The sexy part is just because Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also because that's like 12 generations of.
I guess I should have said, is this why this Pokemon exists, not including the sexy part. That's what I meant to say. Is like, is this why this thing exists? Period.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you had to add the sexy element.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's probably on my list of sexy Pokemon. That's right up there on the top.
Yeah. Good luck if you get a damn male.
Yeah, I
Slower
destroyed
form.
that thing.
And I'm sure female Salazzles destroy male Salazzles too. In a different way.
Sure. Probably. It's a Pokemon. No one really knows.
Oh, they know. They know. We have no idea how this egg got here. You liars!
I'm just kidding. We watched the whole thing. We old people are creepy like that.
Yeah.
Well, that puts you on the same page as most people on the internet these days.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, running a Pokemon daycare business is a lucrative pastime.
Yeah.
I'm making money and giving. Does anybody pay you?
And now they've completely just removed that system altogether, and you just do it when you have a picnic in Scarlet and Violet.
Really?
So I guess,
Okay.
yeah.
Picnics are kind of. Yeah.
Like, hey guys, we're having a nice picnic. Has anyone seen those two? Oh gosh!
They're getting along like a house on fire!
It's very funny that they actually use that in the real game.
I mean, it just means they get on well with each other. It doesn't... Well, what do you think it means?
Lava worm, which is green, of course. Because
it swims in lava. It's not made of it.
yeah.
It doesn't do a good job of blending in.
Yeah. It has no camouflage, but if it can survive lava, it can probably survive a lot of things. But what it can't survive is that! Who dares attack? Oh, it's you guys.
Fire Lizard, fire Gigas.
You're both fired.
Flickus.
You're both fired.
You're fired.
More like they're chopped.
Yeah, hack, slash, and dice to pieces.
Hack and slashed and diced to pieces. Hack and slashed and diced to pieces.
You know, for being lava worms, you're not really near lava right now, but I guess there's a bunch of fire enemies around here.
That's because we fight the fire fiend on this floor.
Oh.
Just like we fought the earth fiend on the last floor.
With all those earth
Sasuke
thingies
is like,
we killed.
Sasuke! Naruto!
Sasuke.
Yeah, that's like one of the strongest ninja weapons you can get.
Maybe Sasuke the name was pulled from Japanese lore and actual ninjas, so yeah.
Yes, where's Naruto's name?
It was pulled from a bowl of ramen!
That makes too much sense.
Hi, fire guys.
Hi, Mr. Fire, good guys.
Good guys.
I said good.
Oh, well, I heard gay guys like Gigas, but spelled it just got pronounced a little off. I heard good guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, good guys.
Good guys.
Good guys.
Gigas. Gigas.
Yeah.
Lava worm, lava worm, lava worm, lava worm, lava worm, lava
You know
worm.
what would really sell this sprite for lava worm? If the drool coming out of their face was glowing orange.
Oh yeah, they're drooling lava. Yeah.
That would make so much sense, but no, it's just drool.
Protect cloak. Preemptive strike. Congratulations on chopping the worm.
Aha!
I hacked it into bits. I like worm bits. They make good bait. Can we catch fish next floor?
Actually, yes.
Hooray! We win.
Volse gained a level. Nere gained a level.
Yay. Yeah. Okay.
Mega elixir obtained from chest.
This elixir.
Elixir.
The
So-
elixir nobody likes because it's mad.
No, I was
I've never gotten that joke in Family Guy.
It
Like,
doesn't make any sense to me either. They're all animated the same way, which is
I mean,
meh to begin with. But this
I mean,
one character
she's-
is just nobody likes you. It's the running gag, like
the
Why?
running gag is supposed to be that she's incredibly ugly, but she just looks average.
she just looks kind of average.
But that gag didn't even start until like season 2, did it?
It didn't start for a while. That was not a thing with Meg for a long time in the show. Then all of a sudden, it just
Yeah, and
never stopped.
I never understood why. It's one of the reasons why people say that like that Family Guy got mean-spirited in its jokes and later seasons,
Yeah.
because it didn't start out that way, and then it's just like, did you have a feud with the voice actors or something?
This is like weird.
yeah, did they not like the voice actress? Did they name the character after somebody that people actually hated? Like what? Why?
It feels like an inside, and it's like if you would ask a Family Guy fan, like, why is Meg ugly, and they'd be like, of course, and it's like, why? Well, because the show says so. It's like, really? I mean, I don't think she's not like hyper attractive or anything, you know.
And the thing is, the show has always implied that Lois is an attractive female character in that show.
Yeah, like Lois is supposed to be like quite the MILF or whatever.
And-
But she has a honker like a freaking bird.
No, it's like and honestly, Meg just looks like a more stout Lois, in my opinion.
Is the joke supposed to be that like that average women don't come across as super attractive to people? I mean, the same can literally be said for average men. In fact, in some cases, like I will say that I think sometimes men have lower standards for women than women have for men. I actually think, and there seems to be science to back that up.
No stairs for you. You have to fight.
Merilith!
Look at those
Can't go down
swords.
until we fought the fire
That's
fiend.
plenty
Is
of
this the fire
swords.
fiend?
Yes, that's the fire thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to fight Maryland. I mean Merilith.
Eh.
If you insist, you idiots!
I'm gonna make you faster now.
Faster at punching.
I'd say, Zoro, check this out, but Zoro already fought a character that used that many swords. Actually, more.
Remember, it's not about how many swords you use, it's about how you use them.
Uh-huh.
And somehow Zoro can be a six-armed person with just his mouth.
Well, yeah, I mean, duh. That's just obvious.
You punched it to death again before I could haste mark.
Wow.
Look, I'm used to fighting stronger opponents, okay?
Didn't the Lich last longer than that?
No, about the same.
Oh.
Yeah, about the same. Like, if we got one more turn in, it was to heal ourselves.
Yeah, I think we took a turn to heal because we were not as healed up before the fight started.
Oh, this is the wind for it. Or, wait, no,
Water.
This is water. Okay, so water now.
Yeah, the water elemental.
Now we can use the bait I chopped up, and we can go fishing.
Yes.
There we go.
Take that. I cut water!
Yes. Good job.
I shall also cut water.
All that time, smacking my sword against the ocean was worth it!
I
Should have used the bladed edge anyway.
Yeah. Whoa!
not these guys!
This damn headache is killing me!
How about I apply my fist directly to your forehead?
Yeah, that might work. I'm going to cast.
Holy!
But yeah, there's too many guys to get rid of in just one.
There are way too many enemies in this
Yeah.
game that looks like they're in pain, or they're like going through something. It's like, should we attack this guy? What is up? Yes.
Man, I'm just going through some
Oh.
stuff.
You know what that is? You know what that enemy is, Mike?
Water Naga?
It's a snake with a human face!
There you go!
I mean, some kind of spider hair going on?
Yep.
I mean, a naga is a Japanese monster thing.
Monster
Oh,
thing.
yeah. In the Naga in the World of Warcraft game, actually have the upper torso of a human.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I dig it. I mean,
Sure, I mean, more attractive.
That's
Just
kinda-
the face on a snake.
That's kind of what Medusa does a lot of the time.
Yeah, usually. They might have a snake tail or some
Almost
snake
like they
hair,
can-
but they have the torso and head of a human.
hey, look!
Hey guys! I see
Hey
you
guys,
back
I'm
there.
turning around! Give me a minute! I'm turning around now!
White shark and deep eyes. Oh, just look deep into his eyes. Look at them eyes. Look, you can see so deep into those eyes.
Hey, Vulse, sharks are fish, right? And,
Ooh, I have bait for you. Give me a sec. Let me fish this out of my sack.
I just had to punch those lights out.
Ah!
Well, sashimi for everyone. I was gonna use bait,
Delicious.
but okay.
It's done
Yeah, I mean, they found us first. They just want to eat us, honestly. We don't eat bait. We are the bait.
I like being bait!
Behold the power of light!
The holy power shall destroy these water things.
Waternadoes?
Waternadoes.
Wados?
Burritos.
Wados almost sounds like a fast food joint. Come on down to Wados! Get a Wado burger!
Wado.
Wados serves a brand new kind of milkshake that contains no milk.
It may be called Wados, but you won't be wait-doing for very long, because our orders are filled fast.
Filled fast and filled fresh!
To fill you.
So come on and fill your hole! At Wados!
Might be divulging a little.
Your food hole, I mean! Well, what did you think I meant?
Fill your pie hole! Fill your pie hole!
Speaking of pie hole, we got some pie!
Wado's got some premium water-based pies.
Got some premium level ups.
Alright.
Ooh.
More pretty shark. I like the colors on this shark. I like him. He's cute. I want this shark. Can I keep this shark? Can I keep him? Can I keep him?
I was gonna say, I want a damn slop suit, or whatever they're called, in Salmon Run. That's that color, damn it!
Why is it called white shark when it's clearly purple?
I don't know. I want a purple shark though. Can I keep it?
Well, no, it's dead.
Oh shit. Well, I called dibs on the next one.
Oh, okay.
Nire really got into that man-eater game, that shark game. She got like all the achievements on it.
Okay. Have you ever played the Shark Week game on the phone? It's called what's it called? I have it on. I have that and the sequel that came out. What is it? It's called Hungry Shark.
Huh.
And you play it pretty much like Echo the Dolphin, but like you're just eating everything.
Oh.
It's pretty fun. It came out like Shark Week 2010, I think. And then they came out with Shark World a year or two later that was like just better graphics, same kind of the idea. But then they started releasing like sharks with like jetpacks and laser cannons attached to them. This is weird.
Wait. You mean there were sharks with laser beams?
Yes!
Mark, you know what to do.
All I wanted was sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
All I wanted was sharks with laser beams attached. Is that too much to ask?
I love it in the third movie he actually gets those. Sharks with laser beams attached to their heads.
But yeah, it was actually produced by Ubisoft. But it was it was Shark Week, like Natural Geographic Channel. But produced by...
when you say plays like Echo the Dolphin, you mean the 2D?
Yes.
Okay, because there is a shark game that plays like the 3D Echo the Dolphin game that was made by the same people that made the 3D Echo the Dolphin game. They basically took that engine and made a Jaws game.
But yeah, this is it. You just move around, you eat the fish, and you get combos from the fish you eat, and you get coins from eating the golden fish. You can eat people that are swimming near the surface there. That's all it is. You just get your fill.
It looks like Man-Eater, but a little from here it just looks a little more cartoony than Man-Eater.
Man-Eater!
I don't know, it was this pretty simple phone game that they just kept adding things to until it was over the top. It's all it is. It's a fun game.
Lost in a dream.
It's always been free. I know you can buy like an in-game currency and buy like extra things like more lasers and a little pet shark that follows around and helps you eat things. I don't know.
We need to play Ghost Simulator again. That game is hilarious.
Which one? There's like 4 now.
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of Ghost Simulators.
I need to buy Power Wash Simulator. That game is actually kind of soothing. Corgi Cam's been playing a game lately called like Border Police or something like that. And you just like play as this character just doing like basic like checking people's papers. It's like Papers, Please, but a 3D more involved game. It was kind of weird.
Ow!
He seems to be having fun with it. I don't even really watch him play it. I don't know what all is in that game, but he likes it.
I think
Can't be
games
bad.
like that are like Zen games.
Yeah, what's weird though is those Zen games are actually pretty popular with the streaming crowd for some reason.
I don't know. Last I checked, Zen was everyone's least favorite Half-Life area. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da.
I need to finish.
Oh look, the Kraken came back in for an attack and...
Look at this guy.
Oh, he's so full of himself.
Yeah, he is. He's like, and if it isn't the lowly humans who've come to fight me,
Oh, is it the Warriors of Light or Light Warriors, whatever the frick you call yourselves? I'm just so much...
You muddy these halls with your dirty human feet.
with your dirty human filth!
The town. I did the hasting. So I'm gonna try this time to get Mark a hasting.
Knock knock.
28 damage. Healed.
Choink.
Alright. Get ready. You did it again! 3 bosses in a row. As soon as Mike gets
This
a
is what
second
happens when
hit
you do
with the
the
freaking
extra-
haste on, it's over.
This is what happens when you do the extra
I
dungeon
mean, I just...
first.
All I did was get myself a twisted headband that gives me plus 15 to my strength stat. I'm also wearing a power sash that gives me plus 15 to my strength stat. What?
Can't trust you with anything. Just destroy everything in our path. I thought this was supposed to be our mission! No, it's fine. You're good.
Oh, I should put this protect ring on.
We're all Saitama in this damn dungeon, just about.
Chaos Shrine 4. If I make a D...
Vampire Lord.
Dragon's always. Oh no, I'm dead! Wait, what was the last element?
Water. We should be in the wind part.
Why is everything dead?
I don't know.
Did you do?
What did I do? Why does it have to be me for? This time.
Oh, that's heavy.
Let's see, I think this is the way to go.
Oh my gosh, vampires and vampire lords. Just the one lord.
Oh, that's right, because there was, like, death-themed enemies in the frickin' wind area for some reason. I don't get it either.
Huh. Okay. As long as there's an explanation, doesn't matter if it's good.
Hooray!
Hooray for Zoidberg! Hooray! Masamune.
That was originally the strongest weapon in the game. Stronger than the Excalibur, though the Excalibur had its good against everything clause. Except for in the NES version where that didn't work. I mean, it was supposed to, but...
It didn't.
I mean, then again, all elemental weaknesses didn't work properly in the NES version. But one thing Masamune had was it could be equipped by literally anyone.
I mean, that's also true about the Ultima weapon, but we're not using that very well.
Oh, I mean... One of the reasons I'm letting you, Pulse, use the Lightbringer sword is because in the original version of Final Fantasy I, a red wizard using, like, the Defender sword would be about as strong as what you are with the Lightbringer because they nerfed the red wizard in the GBA version, and that nerf carries over to this. But then they gave the red wizard a bunch of, like, exclusive equipment that raises stats, which kind of counteracts the nerfs.
Huh. Okay.
Then again, my character wasn't supposed to equip anything, so...
And you got a full kit now.
But I mean, I was already broken before then. Let's not pretend that the plus 30 strength is really doing much.
I was tied for the fact that you didn't, like, triple anyone else's damage.
Everyone is like one-shotting like everything.
I mean, at this point in the game, it's, honestly, it doesn't matter.
It's like all
It
this
just means
stuff
that you can 3-shot the final bosses, with a little haste.
It's like, none of these things matter. Like, what we're equipped with, like, whatever. They're all gonna die.
As long as you're equipped with endgame level equipment.
Yeah. Yay, health sip. Not quite fully healed, but Mike now has max health.
Yeah. Now Nire's the only one that's...
Not quite there yet.
Another fight for you. Honestly, at this point, it might as well be the battle system from Final Fantasy XII.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like, whatever, everything's gonna die.
And move on. Try and heal if you get the chance. Just keep going.
I mean, a lot of Final Fantasy games devolve into that, but I think another issue I have with FF... Like, at least with FF7, I could use, like, limit breaks to have a little bit more fun, or in FF6, I could use, like, the character's special abilities or whatnot. I don't have to, but it's something I can do to just have a little bit more fun in battle, whereas FF12, it's like, let's see, my only real special abilities are I can use magics, which cost MP, or I can use techniques, which have a chance of failing, and the techniques don't give me any, like, cool battle animations or anything, so... yeah.
Let's just pick on everything. Pick it apart. Into little pieces. Because that's really all we got. It's worth doing.
Yeah.
Is Final Fantasy XII kind of a game that gives you the illusion of doing something where it's not really necessary most of the time?
From the sounds of it, doing something just makes it harder.
Actually, yeah, kind of. I mean, you do have those few enemies that are sometimes, like, resistant to physical attacks, so you'll want to use magics, but even in those cases, if you're using, like, a magic spell that's, like, that's on par with that area, then, like, 2 or 3 casts of that spell and they're dead. So, I'm replacing my auto-attack, physical attack, with an auto-attack spell. Or I can set up a gambit system where if I set it up real good, then the game just kind of plays itself. Because with the gambits, you have to get Gambit slots, and you have to buy the... That's another thing you have to buy. So many things you have to, like, buy in that game in order to, like, even get going, or to get the gameplay up to, like, any standard. And, like, once you've bought your Gambit clauses at the Gambit shops, you can be like, okay, if this clause happens, then you do this automatic. Like, you can set it up so that, like, okay, you see an enemy, you just automatically go into attack mode as soon as you see him. If a character is low on HP, you automatically will start using this healing spell. If they're lower on HP, then automatically use the stronger healing spell. You can set it up so that your white mage just automatically starts using buffs at the beginning of... as soon as you enter an area. Just start buffing everybody in the party. You don't have to interact with the menu at all. The game just does it for you. All you have to do is just set it up.
Hey, yo, Tiamat! How you doing, handsome? I'm gonna make this guy faster. Hopefully he doesn't completely knock your lights out. Hey, don't knock any heads off. Those are for me.
Heads are gonna roll!
This is good. I want the heads. Leave the heads intact.
Aha!
Oh, I got the haste mark. That's a first. And I always survived the
Still
second
alive.
punch. Holy cow.
This would make Saitama happy.
Yeah, she's a toughie.
Hey, Tiamat!
Putting up an actual fight here.
Tiamat!
Lovely! Oh no, that
And
three
there we
punches
go.
in there.
Well, hey, I killed her in a way that left the heads intact. You happy?
Can I have it?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead, knock yourself out.
Go right ahead.
If you need any help with that, I'll be happy to oblige. I'm happy to oblige anyone needing knocking out power of any kind.
You kill the minority vampire first.
They gotta kill the Lord. That's the best one.
Yeah.
It's the most important part of the quote.
Okay. Just, killing vampires.
Ah, you vampire scum. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Chaos Shrine B5. Alright, I am going to save over this one.
Saved.
Once again, the game is saved.
That mean we're done?
No, we're right outside the final boss.
Save before the boss.
Okay, here we go.
In the NES version, because they can only display one text box at a time, they would have him, like, appear here, and then every time you would talk to him, he would back up, so that you could talk to him again to get another text box.
Ha, that's funny.
But, because they don't need to do that... Do you remember me? I was once known as the Knight of Corelli. Cornelia. Yeah, Cornell. Do you remember me? I was once known as the Knight of Cornelia. Whatever.
That works.
"2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland." "Oh, you did defeat me then. But the 4 great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the 4 fiends into the future.
Oh, I see the statues.
Where they shall once again use the 4 great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return, born again into this endless cycle that I have created.
Or we can kill you.
For you see, I am Chaos Fools, God of Destruction. I need a throat. Oh, thank you.
Followed by the weirdest laugh in 3D animated history.
I shall destroy you, puny humans.
Is that your old self crawling out of your belly button?
That is my belly dick face.
Belly dick face.
You have knee faces, too.
Knee faces as well. You've got more faces than, what's his name from Harry Potter? Quirrell.
He's only got the 2.
Yeah.
It's not hard to beat.
Face it, Chaos. You're fit. Oh, God. Ooh, that actually hurt a little bit.
Now you're faster. Hit him harder.
Right in the face.
1440.
Belly face dick. Hit him with a belly face dick! Belly dick face. Belly dick face?
Hey, you got to haste Mark.
Yeah! I'm faster!
Have some blaze!
Knife flash thingy. Ow! Fire! It missed me.
Yeah!
Curse his red robe!
Heal a guy. Now only Mike needs any help. About some temper.
Have a tsunami!
Oh no, he had more glowing eyes! Ah, water! Ah, the water does damage! Temper, my friend.
Ha!
More heal a guy. Like, is back up to 720. 2307. Wow, look at that tempering. Alright, let's see if I can do the same with Mike.
No. You already tempered me. You need to temper Mark.
Ha-ha!
Tempering Mark.
Don't worry. The M's get confused.
Yeah, often.
You've already tempered Mark. Mark did
All the
700.
healing.
Okay. Oh no, I'm hasting myself. This is kind of pointless.
I'm faster now.
I wasted
Gotta go
time doing
faster.
that. What's this?
Cyclone of Chaos Fools!
Ah!
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we all landed in the same spot, but okay.
We're flung for various directions, like flung to the four winds. We're back. Really? What? Okay.
I remember there was an episode of that one show, Mucha Lucha, where, like, they were all lined up in a wrestling ring fighting this, like, monster thing. And it played out like a turn-based RPG. Like, he would throw them up and they would just land in, like, the same...
Right where they started.
Yeah. It was like, okay. We're just doing this as a turn-based RPG, and it's okay.
Lucha, lucha.
Never mind the wrestling, Keith. Let's just play an RPG in the middle of it.
And then they would use their special moves, which had these big, like, long animated sequences, and then they would just go back to where they started.
Stand back on the start. Oh,
Man.
he's going in the portal!
Man, Mucha
Get
Lucha.
back here, bastard!
Mucha Lucha is not a show I have thought about in, like, a
I'll
long
be
time.
honest, like, that's one of the only things I really remember from that show, just because of how ridiculous that fight scene was. It was, like, it literally plays out like a video game RPG, where, like, they would be thrown around and whatnot, and they would just land back in their spots. Like, what the hell? I don't even think I was actively watching that episode. I think it was on...
The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended. And peace prevailed once more.
Like, I don't think I was even, like, watching that episode. I think I, like, came into one of your guys' houses at the time, and it was on, and, like, that scene was just playing. It was like, what the hell is going on?
And more text.
The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It scrolls so slow, I have to talk.
No, it's Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Heart. You got it all wrong.
It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath.
Well, I don't have to worry about not having enough time to read this.
This
I
is the
gotta
opposite
consciously slow myself down. You can read this at the rate. I gotta wait for it to completely get fade in. Okay. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. So it's called the four fiends, but sure, the fiends. Monsters ran rampant, and the world sank into darkness.
It's been a while since I've seen text move this slow in a game.
I'm about to sink into darkness if you don't speed it up!
Fade all the way in. Okay. But all that is now past.
Oh my gosh!
Can this text be now passed?
With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await.
I'm good now!
Oh gosh.
When was this fateful day that sent them spiraling into a loop?
When it sent time spiraling.
Did I say it that way?
You said them.
Oh, time spiraling into a loop. Gotcha. None can say.
Imagine an audiobook going this slow.
Take a month. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever. But the bravery of 4 young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light.
Well, that was at a reasonable pace.
Or you think you give us 5 lines of text at that rate? It's a little bit
Who
better.
thought this was okay?
None will ever recall the struggle the 4 endured. For the breaking of the chain means that it never existed.
Yeah, we stopped the time loop at its source before the time loop ever looped. So, after we did the time warp again, everyone forgot that things ever happened.
But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on.
Finally.
Slowest text I've ever seen.
Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell.
Oh no, I think Mark needs an energy company.
And now, their return is upon us.
Can the end of this text be upon us?
Nice. But no. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world.
Please, make it stop.
Mark's an old man already.
No.
There's no more texts. Oh no.
Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended. That the power of light must never be used for dark. And that the true crystals reside in your heart.
The real crystals were the friends we made along.
Oh, good grief. Whatever you were trying to tell me, it got lost in this long slog of text.
For you are the warrior who crossed time.
Is it breaking the fourth wall?
I don't want to be
Maybe.
the warrior that crossed time. I think time is pissed. No wonder this is going so
It
slow.
doesn't seem very happy with us right now. You are the bringer of light.
Well, you did defeat chaos literally with the Lightbringer sword.
Yeah.
Yep, I did that.
Birds! Oh, that woke me up a little bit. Something happened.
I find it funny that with all 4 of the fiends, I finished them off with punching, and then with chaos, you finished.
With Lightbringer.
Final Fantasy. Oh, is that good enough? Can you load them load each individual letter slowly too?
Is that the Lightbringer?
What sword is that?
I don't know.
I think that might be Excalibur.
It's an ugly Excalibur. I got a better looking one in the corner over there. Look at all this scenery.
I
that we never saw.
think Master Xehanort is standing up there somewhere. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Keyblade!
Dragon.
Oh, just keep those claws away from your chest. Trust me on this.
The dragon! The dragon! The dragon! The dragon!
Can someone stop this saying the dragon?
Can we stop dragging this on?
Yeah, the dragon is on
Like
pretty hard.
that text was dragging on.
Yeah.
It drags on and on and on and on.
and on.
I really can't think of any text that moves as slow as that text in a game.
I mean,
Congratulations.
This is a little bit slower than average scrolling text, but It's almost standard.
Why are we in space?
Space!
You know,
Space. The final frontier. Why the fuck are we here?
you know,
Publicity division.
there was
We came up with space. What?
freaking NES did text better than that shit.
Well, the NES version did have the slow scrolling text, but I think it was faster.
I'm thinking about the text at the beginning of Zelda 2.
Quality assurance.
I'm thinking that was pretty dang quick compared to that.
Zelda 2 has actually rather snappy text compared to a lot of NES games. Comparatively speaking.
I feel like I'm going to the title screen of Super Star Wars or something.
This is one of the reasons I'm glad I'm playing Breath of the Wild on an emulator. I can up the clock speed of the game 2x, 4x, or 8x the normal speed. It's like, oh, I need the shadow to point that way? 8x speed. Look at this shadow move! That's awesome!
Actually, I feel like you say Super Star Wars, but this honestly makes me think that, Star Trek's about to begin in space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Lightbringer.
Like,
Dun, 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 dun. That's Metro.
yeah! Well, it's still space related, I guess.
Somebody's first name is Mayo.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
Mayo Ogawa. Mm-hmm.
Mayo.
Kazuyoshi Tashiro. Masashi Hiromatsu.
David Ribs!
Karido. Aaron J. Adams. Keith P. Martz.
Contrast.
Kaithera Contreras.
Jason Sanders.
John Clark.
Johnny Fournier?
Fournier. Stephen Weldon.
Elijah Smolko.
Smoko. Yeah.
Smolko.
Yutaka Sano. Yasu Kurosawa.
Franco F. Fonseca.
Yep. Walter Brain. Jerome Skelton.
Neil
Herrera.
Herrera sounds like a not hot name.
Sean Michael. Jose Osia. Osio, right? Issei Shimizu.
Will Berlin.
Naoko Yamamura Rice.
Sakura.
Mina Mita?
Mina.
I like that. I like that name.
Shinji Futami. Shinji Hashimoto.
Get in the giant robot, Shinji.
Clinton Foy.
I did not have relations.
Daishiro Okada.
Okay, Okada.
Kenjiro Kato. Shigeru A.
Shigeru.
Yuichi Shimizu. Yuichi.
Oh, by the way,
Yes,
I never mentioned it when I picked up the Masamune. Not only is the Masamune the strongest weapon in this game, but Masamune is also the name of Sephiroth's sword.
Yep.
So I guess Sephiroth just, traveled into the dimension of Final Fantasy 1. It's like, hey, cool sword in the chest, and it's like, yeet!
Yoink! Bye! Satoshi Murakami. Seiichiro Ishiguro. Toshiya Matsuyama. Nasir. The programmer is Nasir. Area writer Kenji Tarada. Original development.
Square A-Team.
Special thanks to Kiyomi, Tanakila, and Tanikawa.
Oh, by the way,
Tonohide Watanabe.
one of the reasons that the NES version was so glitched one of the people working at Square was an ex-Atari employee that moved from America to Japan on a work visa after the video game crash of 1983 because he could not find work anywhere in the US. And when he was working at Square and he was helping to program this game as part of his job, he did not understand the concept of hit points or whatnot. He's like, why don't they just fall down dead when they get hit? Because he had, like, that sort of arcade mentality in his head.
Why are they surviving a hit?
Why doesn't this work like Pac-Man?
The Enduro!
Nice text. Nice text.
Look at the sparkles. More sparkles. Not
Nice.
stars now, just sparkles.
Yeah, nice text. It's only 2 words and it's immediate and it looks shiny.
Game clear data lets you start a new game with your bestiary intact. Why do I care?
What's a
Just
bestiary?
the bestiary?
Yes.
Would you like to start a new Pokemon game with your Pokedex complete and nothing else?
Well, that could actually be useful.
Actually, you could get a lot of rewards really early with that. It's like, okay, here's this item, and here's this item, and oh, it's a shiny, there you go.
Game clear data has not been saved. Return to title screen. How about no?
Alright then.
Well, join us for the last secret dungeon, and I might have to find a way to stream that or something. Actually,
Is that a particularly long one with not a lot of save points?
no, you can literally save anywhere, but it's a timed dungeon where the dungeon is completely randomized, and then the boss is randomized.
So you're just gonna have to play it a bunch of times.
Yeah, which is probably more conducive for a stream than a recording.
Yep.
Tell you what, y'all should go ahead and make your strategy guides Twitch channel.
Well, it's already made. It just has to be
Used.
used.
Okay, well I'll set you up with some Twitch streaming bots that'll help you do that without having to worry about certain types of griefers. And Sai here can actually stream to them. We just have to loan them a capture card of some sort to use on that.
Well, I mean, I can technically use this on
The Gato?
the Hopage. It's just that the Hopage has that signal delay, so I don't know how to deal with that. I know there's a thing in OBS or Twitch to do. Whatever. Anyways,
Borrow one of the splitters and just play it on a TV and the stream?
but I would need an Elgato for that, and Elgato doesn't work with my computer as of yet. I still need to put that new graphics card in there. I've not been doing that because I'm afraid of opening up my computer. In all honesty,
Oh.
I just have a fear of touching things. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
Final Fantasy 2.
Boom.
Is that what this is talking about?
No, I'm saying bye.